Hey guys, what's going on? Tom here, or Gummy, and today we are doing another statue tutorial. Today we are doing Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Now, recently I did a mini poll to see what designs you guys like the most, and design 2 actually came out on top by quite a distance. What I will point out though, however, is that if you want to do the other designs, feel free to do that. All you need to do is change a few colours. So if you are doing design 1, you change the yellow wool to green stained clay, and you change the gold to lime stained clay. If you're doing design 3, you change the yellow wool to yellow stained clay, and you change the gold to yellow wool. And if you're doing design 4, you change the yellow wool to lime stained clay, and you change the gold to yellow stained clay. So hopefully that clears things up. Again, do what design you want to do. It's the exact same, it's just the colorings are different. But for the purpose of the video, I'll be showing you how to do design 2. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in the tutorial. Okay guys, so let's get straight on into the tutorial. So first of all, I'm going to start off by listing out the blocks you're going to need to build this statue. So first of all, we'll need stone, cyan stained clay, yellow wool, black wool, block of gold, yellow stained clay, white wool, light blue stained clay, red stained clay, magenta stained clay, and also magenta wool. A map if you're feeling lazy. And feel free to pause here if you want to get them materials into your inventory, and then we will start. Okay, so starting off, what we're going to do is place an 8 long line of stone. Second row, we're going to place 1 on the left, leave a 2 block gap, place 2, leave 2 block gap, place 1. So right now it should be looking like this. It should be 2 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide. Next, in these 2 block gaps either side, we're going to place 2 cyan stained clay. And then on the left side we're going to build up 2 using cyan stained clay, same on the right side. In the middle 2 blocks we're going to place a 2x2 of cyan stained clay, and then the 2x2s either side we're going to place that with stone. Once you've done that, you'll have a 4 tall by 8 wide rectangle, I guess you could say, and it should look like this. Once you've done that, you've completed the feet, and we can move on to doing the legs. Okay, so for the legs, what we're going to do is on the left side we're going to start off by building up 3. Use any block, preferably not yellow. So we're going to use black. We're going to build up 3, 1, 2, 3 using black wool. Then we're going to build 1 yellow. We're then going to punch out them 3 black wool, and that's going to be a gap. But what we're going to do now is go down diagonal, whoops, this is awful block placement, there we go. Then we go up diagonal, like so. Then we're going to go down diagonal, down, up diagonal, to side, and then down. Once you've done that, you can punch out the excess blocks like that, and you should get a general shape like this. Of course you could just pause here and catch up, but as you can see there should be a 3 block gap there, 2 block gap there, 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so once you've done that, it should look like this. Again, feel free to pause whenever you want to do so. Now what we're going to do is fill in the rest, add the black outline, and then we're more or less done with this part. So here, what we're going to do is place 4 yellow wool like so. We're then going to place 4 in this corner as well to even it up, like so. What we're then going to do though is punch 2 out, whoops, not that one, the one next to it. So these 2 blocks here, so we go to the right side, count 2 in, and these 2 blocks, we're going to punch them out. And what we're going to do is come around to the back and indent 2 black like so. What we're then going to do is on the right hand side we're going to go up 1 like that, and that is what we need to do for that. So it should look like this so far. Again, feel free to pause whenever you want to do so. Okay, so continuing with the yellow on the right side, what we're going to do is build up twice. And we're going to go to side 1 and then down diagonal. Like so. On this side, on the left side, we're going to place 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, like so. And once you've done that, you've kind of got this like little indent in the middle. What we're going to do for that is place 2 black, go up diagonal to the left and up diagonal to the right, and then again up diagonal to the left, up diagonal to the right, and then place 1 either side like so. Once you've done that, it should look like this. And if you are playing on Xbox or PS3, the floor is Y5. If you're on super flat, this should be at Y16. If you're on PC, it'll be Y15 because it's 1 shorter. So essentially what it is it should be 11 blocks tall at this stage. Of course the legs are 12 by 8, so for the final row what we're going to do is place a row of 8 yellow. We fill in this gap as well here using yellow wool. like so, and then just of course the row of yellow on top. Once you've done that, it should be 12 tall and 8 wide, including that gap there, and I'll talk about that later on in the video. But that is of course the front of the legs complete, 12 by 8, and it should be looking like this. If you need to, feel free to pause here, but I'm going to move on to doing the body. Okay, so for the body, what we're going to do, we're going to start on the left. We're going to place 5 yellow blocks like so, leave 2, and then place 1. Then what we're going to do, to the left, we're going to place 1 yellow, 1 gold, and then 2 yellow. And then to the right, we're going to place 1 yellow, 1 gold, and then 2 yellow. That's just to signify where the hands start, and we'll get back to that later on. But for the body, what we're going to do is on this block here, so in line with the side, so you can go to the left, count 4 in, and on this block here, we're going to build up 11 using yellow wool. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And once you've done that, again, if you're on console, it should be Y29. If you're on PC, it should be Y28. And we do the exact same for this side. We go to the right, count 4 to the left, and on the 5th one, which should be this one, build up 11, and it should be the exact same height as this one. Okay, so the reason we've done that is just to, I guess, mark out the frame of the body and where it should end. What we're now going to do is get our gold, and we're going to count 3 in. So 1, 2, 3 from here, and then we'll place 2 gold blocks. We then go up diagonal to the left and up diagonal to the right, and then to the side one on each one. Then what we're going to do is build up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go up diagonal and then up 1. And that should bring you up to the top. So essentially what we've got here is 2 gold blocks. Go up diagonal to the side, up 7, so it's 8 in total. And then up diagonal and up 1. For the other side we do the exact same. So we bring it up 7. And then we go up diagonal and up 1. And then we join it back together like so. Once you've done that, what we can either do is fill it all in gold, or we can do the black outline. For now, I'm going to fill it in all gold, and then I'll show you where we can punch out the black outline. So if you're doing this in survival, of course I suggest just punching, or just putting the black in first, but if you're in creative, it's a lot easier if you just punch in the detail afterwards. Okay, so what we're going to do now, with our black wool, is do the indents again. So as you can see, this part is like indented 1. We're going to do the exact same for this. So these 2 blocks here that I left earlier, that wasn't a mistake. What we do is we come around the back and place 2 black indented like so. If I can get round to the front again, there we go. Then what we're going to do is come here to this 2 by 2 we've got, and we're going to place 1 on this top row. Then we're going to place 1 yellow there, and then we're going to place 2 below it, like so. So it should look like that. Next, what we're going to do, the next one, on the second row of the gold, essentially the third, if you're including that, the second row here, what we're going to do is count 1 in, and on the second, third, and the row up, we're going to punch that out and form a little right angled shape like so. And then we're going to fill that in with black wool. Again, make sure it's set back 1 and indented into the body. Next, what we're going to do is come up to the 5th row, which is this one, and we're going to go 1 there, 1 there, up 1 more, so that's a line of 3. Then we're going to go to the right 3, like so. And on the second block and the 4th block, we're going to go up 1. On the 3rd block, we're going to go down 1. 4th block, we're going to go down 2. And then the 5th block, which is now this one, we're going to go down 3. So essentially, if you can't see what I've just done there, that's what it should look like. We've got a row of 3 here. We then extend it to the side 3. On the second one, we go up 1. The 4th one, we go up 1. The 3rd one, we go down. And we kind of do like a to the side, down, and then a row of 3 next to it, like so. Hopefully you can picture that though just by looking at it. The visuals should explain it more than my words can, because the visuals, you're seeing it in front of you, I guess. I don't know what to say really. And then again, what we do is we just go around the back, indent it 1, and use the black wool to almost show the tear marks and the roughness of the texture. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go up to this corner here where we've kind of got a 2 block gap, and we're going to come back again and place 1 black wool indented like so, and place 1 yellow wool normally above it like so. Then for this corner we do the exact same. We place 1 normal and we punch out that block and we replace it with 2 indented black like this. And that is all the detail for the front of the body. One last thing we do need to add is the button. So what we do is we come to the top of the chest, count 1 down, and we place a 2x2 of black as a 3D effect, like so. That's the little button that Springtrap has got on its chest. Then that's it. So once you've done that, you'll have a 12x8 rectangle, as you can see. If you're including the legs, it should be 24 tall right now and 8 wide. And if you're including the arms, it should be 16 wide. So again, if you want to pause here, feel free to do so. That's the cut-off point there, where the arms are pointing out. That's the start of the body. And then up there's the top of the body. That's 12x8. And this point is the legs. Just to recap again, that's the legs. Feel free to pause. And then we've got the body. Okay, so now what we're going to do is focus on the arms. So on the left arm, what we're going to do is get our gold blocks, and we're going to place 2. So we place it on the second block and the third block, like so. And we're going to have it a rectangle, not a rectangle, a right angle, shall I say, facing the left. And then on the other arm, we have a right angle facing right. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to focus on the left arm first, then we'll do the right arm. So we place 1 yellow either side. We do a row of 4 black. Next row, we place 1 yellow, indent, place 2 black like so, and on the second one we go up 1. Then back on the normal part, we place 2 yellow there, and 2 yellow there, to almost surround it. Then what we do is a row of 4 black. This is what it should be looking like so far. So it should be 6 tall and 4 wide. Next row, we place 2 yellow, leave a block, 1 yellow. And then we do a row of 4 yellow, like so. And then what we do, again, come around the back, indent it 1 using black wool. Hopefully you can see the pattern with the indenting. Then we do a row of 4 black, 1 yellow, leave a gap, 2 yellow. Next row we do 2 yellow, leave a gap, 1 yellow. And then the final row, 4 yellow. Of course, for the final 2 gaps that we just left, we indent it and use black wool. And once you've done that, it should look like this. Again, if you need to, feel free to pause. But that arm is 12x4. And the other arm is very, very similar. In fact, it's almost identical. The only difference is where the indents are is slightly different. But I'll walk you through it nevertheless. So on the right arm, what we're going to do is place a yellow either side. And then on top of that, we're going to place a row of 4 black. Next, we place a row of 4 yellow. Then we place 2 yellow, leave a gap, 1 yellow, or if you're working from the edge inwards, it's 1 yellow, gap, 2 yellow. Then we place 4 black on top of it. Of course, we go around the back, place the black where we left the gap. So it should be looking like this so far. Again, 6x4. Next, what we do is, I'm going to work from the edge towards. We're going to place 1 yellow, 2 gap, 1 yellow. Next row, we place 2 yellow, 1 gap, 1 yellow. And then the next row is 4 black. Of course, we go around the back and place the 3 black indented. Whoops. Like so. And then for the final section of the front of the arm, what we're going to do is place 2 yellow, leave a gap, 1 yellow. And then next row, 1 yellow, leave a gap, 2 yellow. And then the final row is 4 yellow. Last time for the front of the statue, we're going to go around the back and fill in it using black. Once you've done that, that's what it should look like. I'll zoom out. That is the front of the statue complete, and it looks pretty cool already, in my opinion. But yeah, again, feel free to pause here. Each arm should be 12x4. The body, which is where the arm starts and the arms end, is 12x8, and the legs with the gaps is also 12x8. Again, right now we've got the front of the statue. We're going to add the sides now. Okay, so for the sides, what we're going to do is come around to here at the bottom and extend it backwards 3 using stone. Then we're going to build it up 3 all the way across, like so. Then what we're going to do is start building on the yellow. We don't have to pillar up this time because we've already done that. So we go up diagonal from there, up diagonal again, and then down diagonal like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build up 2 here, place 1 black, go to side 1, and then up diagonal like so. Then we're going to fill in this little gap here with yellow wool. One thing we do is come to here, go up diagonal and punch that one out, and there will already be a black there from the side, but we do indent 1 black like so. Then what we're going to do here, we place a 2x2 of yellow and then 1 on the side, and that is the side of the right leg complete. it should look like this. Again, it should be 12 by 4, so feel free to pause if you need to do so. The other leg, again, is very, very similar. Okay, so moving around to the other leg, what we're going to do is extend it backwards 3, and then up 3 using stone. So it's a 4 by 4 of stone, except from these 2 blocks using cyan clay. Then what we're going to do is get our yellow wool. We're going to go to this one and go down diagonal twice, like so. And then we're going to go up diagonal. So that is the slight difference for this side compared to the other side. Slightly different with the bottom of the yellow, but apart from that it's very, very similar. So what we do on top of this yellow, we leave 1 block gap, but apart from that we're just going to fill it up to this black line here. Then what we do is place 2 black there and then 1 black on the side, and we place 2 yellow in the middle and then 3 yellow on top. So just to recap, that's what it should look like. Let me indent that 1 black there, like so. And that is what it should look like after all that. So that is a 12 by 4 again. Right here is a 1, 2, 3, 4 gap, if you're wondering, or 4 yellow should I say. And yeah, that is the sides of the legs complete. Now we can work on the side of the arms, which is pretty easy. Okay, so what we're going to do for the side of the arms is we're going to come around to the back of the statue and extend it backwards 3 from the bottom of the arms, which is where the gold block is. We're going to do that on both arms, so we're going to extend it backwards 3 all the way across. And once you've done that, it will leave a 4 by 4 square like so on the underneath, as you can see. So starting with the right arm, what we're going to do is do a second row of 3 yellow, a row of black, leave 2 blocks and then 1 on the end, leave 1 block and then 2 on the end, and we indent the black like so. Next row is 4 black, but we've already got 1, so it's just 3. Next row is 1 yellow, leave a gap, 1 yellow. Next row is leave a gap, 2 yellow, and then of course indent the black like so. Next row is 3 black. Next row 3 yellow. Next row 2 gaps and then 1 yellow, and then the final row is just 3 yellow. Of course indent them 2 gaps with black wool like so. It should look like this once you've done it. That's pretty simple. It's a 12 by 4 of the side of the arm, I guess. And again, feel free to pause whenever you want to do so. The other arm I will do now. So moving around to the other side, what we're going to do is more or less the same. Place 3 yellow, punch 1 out. So this final one here, we're going to punch out and indent it using black wool. And we're going to do 3 black, 2 yellow, 1 gap. Next row 3 yellow, and we got the indented black there. Then we got 3 black, 1 yellow, 2 gaps. Next row 1 yellow, 1 gap, 1 yellow. We indent the black again like so. So this is what it should look like. Next row is 3 black. The next row is 3 yellow. Next row 1 yellow, indent 2 black, and then the final row is 3 yellow like so. So once you've done that, that is both arms, and that is the side of the legs and the side of the body complete. All we got to do is the back of the body, and then we just got the head to do. I will recap now, however, what we've done so far. So let me just get rid of my hand and my arm. So this is the front of the legs. Of course, we've already gone over this a bit. From the bottom of that stone to the just under the arms, it's 12 by 8. It should look like this. Again, feel free to pause whenever you need to do so. Then we got the body, which is 12 by 8. Each arm 12 by 4. And then we got the right side of the leg, 12 by 4. The right side of the arm, 12 by 4. Again, a close-up if you need to pause. To be fair, you should probably be able to figure it out just from looking at that. Knowing it's 12 by 4, you should figure out where everything goes. And then we've got the left side of the leg, again 12 by 4. And the left side of the arm, also 12 by 4. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way. Hopefully you guys are nice and up to date. What we're going to do is come around to the back of the statue and start working on that. So what we're going to do is place 6 stone, like so. We're then going to place 2 cyan stained clay, 2 stone, 2 cyan stained clay. Then we're going to place 2 stone, 2 cyan, 2 stone. And then the final row is 2 stone, 2 cyan, 2 stone. So the exact same as the third row. Okay, so what we're then going to do now is right here, joining these two cyan stained clays, we're going to place a 2x2 of stone, and then in either 2x2 each side we're going to place cyan stained clay. What we're then going to do is build this cyan stained clay up 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, and in fact do it 3, sorry, not 4, up 3, so 4 in total. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then on the other side as well, up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so once you've done that, that is almost like the pillars of the legs, where the material's worn away. And once you've done that, if you come around to the front, it looks like this, and it does look pretty cool. It's like the stilts almost that he's standing on that connects his legs to his feet. And of course it will look really cool from the back once we've actually finished it. That's the side view, and then the other side view. Okay, so enough talking about that. What we're going to do is, starting from left to right, we're going to go down diagonal, up diagonal again, down diagonal, down one, up diagonal, and then join it up like so. What we're then going to do is fill in this all solid yellow up to this black line. So this black line that we've got up here, we're going to fill it in all solid yellow until there. Then what we're going to do is do a row of 6 black, of course, and then we can punch out a few details. So that's what it should look like so far. Now what we're going to do, on this top row of the yellow, we're going to count 2 in, and on the third block we're going to punch 1 out and go down diagonal to the right, and then we're going to indent the black wall like so. And then on the second to last row we're going to place 1 there and go down 1, and also indent 2 black wool like so. For the final row of the legs, all we do is place a row of 6 yellow wool like so, and same for the first row of the body. Okay, so once you've done that, that is the back of the legs complete. As you can see from there to there is 12 by 8. Again, feel free to pause if you need to do so. Now it's just the back of the body. Okay, so for the back of the body, what we're going to do is this block here, which is the body. We're going to build up 11, and it should come in line with the other tops, and same for this one here. That's just to mark out again the region of the body, which part is the body, which part is the arms. So that's the arms, and then the body in the center. Okay, so what we're going to do is fill this in solid. So that's a 12 by 8 of yellow wool. We've already placed the 1 row below, so it's essentially a 11 by 8 of yellow wool. And once you've done that, we can get to punching out the few little details and a few little parts where we've got to indent some black, and then we can move on. Okay, so that's what it should look like from the back so far. Again, a 12 by 8 of yellow wool. Essentially it's 13 by 8 because we've got this row here. What we're then going to do is go up 1. So this is the start of the body, as you can see. Ignore this row. This is the start of the body. We're going to go up 1 and count 3 in, and on the 4th block we're going to place 2 gold. Second row we're going to place 4 gold, 4 gold, and then 2 gold. And that's like a mini tail because it's kind of like a hybrid of the Bonnie statue. So we've added a tail. That's optional if you want to do that or not. It makes it look pretty cool in my opinion, but that's optional again. Next, what we're going to do is from this gold we're going to go up diagonal and up 1 and punch that out. We're then going to go up 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, to the right 3, up 1. On the third one, which should be this one, we're going to go down 2, to side 1, and down 1. And all of the area inside that we're going to indent with black wool, like so. So this will take a second to do. And once you've done that, that is the back of the statue complete. We just need to work on the arms now, and once we've done that, we'll be done. Okay, so for the arms, we're going to start on the left side. What we're going to do is place 3 yellow wool, 3 black, 3 yellow, 1 yellow, leave a gap, 1 yellow, and we're going to indent the black wool like so. Then we do 3 black, 1 yellow, 1 gap, 1 yellow, then we do 1 gap, 2 yellow, and then 3 black. Of course, indent the 2 black like so. And then for the final section, what we're going to do is leave 2 gap and then 1 yellow. And then for the next row, leave a gap and then 2 yellow. Final row, 3 yellow like so. And then, of course, indent the black like so. It's like a right angle, almost. Okay, so that is the left arm complete. Technically, it's the right arm. The back of the right arm, should I say. And it should look like this. It's a 12 by 4, like all the other parts of the arm. That's the back of the body. Again, a 12 by 8. I don't know if I said 12 by 8, 12 by 4 for that, and that's 12 by 8. And then for the final part of the main body, we're going to add the front of the, or the back of the left arm, should I say, sorry. So what we do is 1 yellow, 2 gap, then we place 3 black on top of that. Next row is 1 yellow, 1 gap, 1 yellow, and we indent 1 black. Next row is 3 yellow. Next row is 3 black. Next row is 2 yellow, leave a gap. Next row is 1 yellow, leave a gap, 1 yellow. Indent the 2 black like so. Then we've got a row of 3 black. Then we do 1 yellow, leave a gap, 1 yellow. Next row, 1 yellow, leave 2 gaps, and then the final row, 3 yellow. Of course, finally, last time I'm going to say it, indent using a black wool. Once you've done that, that is the back of the statue complete, and last thing we need to do before moving on to the head is just fill this top part in here using yellow wool. And once we've done that, we can move on to doing the head. Before I do that, I will give you one last recap of the body, and then we will move on. Okay, so let me get rid of my arm once more. So we got the front of the legs, again 12 by 8, with the pillars now, or the poles going through the centre of it. They're indented one in each one and are 2 by 2 thick, 3 tall. Then we got the body, which is 12 by 8, or the front of the body should I say. Then we got each arm, which is 12 by 4. Come around to the right side, we've got the 12 by 4 side of the legs. We've got the 12 by 4 side of the arms. Come around to the left side, the exact same thing, 12 by 4 and 12 by 4. Hopefully you guys have paused it and aren't having too many issues. If you pause and look at it at the right time with the measurements, it should be pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go through it nevertheless. The back of the legs, 12 by 8. Back of the body, 12 by 8 with the bunny tail effect. And then each arm, 12 by 4. Okay, so hopefully you've got that now. I've probably said the dimensions a million times already in this video, but I don't want anyone getting at all confused, so I'll go over it as many times as I feel it needs to be said. Okay guys, so let's move on into the head. Of course you can probably notice I just had a quick cut there just to make sure everything is going great, and it is. So anyways, for the head what we're going to do is go to the left side and count 4 to the right, and on the 5th block, which happens to be this one here, should be 1 away from the gold, this one here, we're going to bring it 2 forwards. We're going to place 1, bring it 2 forwards should I say, and we do the exact same for the right. So we go to the right, count 4 to the left, and on the 5th one, place 1 and bring it 2 forwards. Easy way to tell whether it's right on this one, it should be in line with this yellow here, not in line with this black, or not in line with this gold. Same for this side, like so, exception being that one block there. Okay, also they should be 6 apart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. And what we're going to do is join that up together, so a 2 by 8 overhang. Then what we're going to do is extend it backwards, 5, so it should overhang the back too. And we're going to do that on both sides and then join them together like so. Once you've done that, you'll have an 8 by 8 square, and it should look like this, of yellow wool. And that is the base plate for the head and what we're going to be working with. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go around to the front, which is this side, the one with the big old button on the middle. And we're going to place, on the second row, we're going to leave 1 gap, place 1 white, leave a gap, place 2 white, leave 1, 1 white. Then what we're going to do, on the 2 gaps in the middle, we're going to place 1 black indented either side. And then on top of this yellow, we're going to place a row, on top of this white, should I say, we're going to place a row of 8 yellow. Like so. Once you've done that, what we're going to do is double it up. So a second row. Then for the third row, we're going to place 1 yellow, 1 white. Then we need to get our light blue stained clay out. So 1 light blue stained clay, 2 yellow, 1 light blue stained clay, 1 white, and then 1 yellow. Next row, we place 1 yellow, 2 gold, 2 yellow, 2 gold, 1 yellow. Next row, 1 yellow, 2 black, 2 yellow, 2 black, 1 yellow, and then the final row, 8 yellow. So once you've done that, you should have an 8 by 8 square that looks like this, and that looks utterly ridiculous. So what we're going to do is add the nose on. The nose area is 3D, and we're going to do it on these 2 rows here, so the 2 rows underneath the eyes or the row above the teeth. So what we do is we start off by placing 1 yellow on top of there, and we place 6 gold, and then 1 yellow. And then the next row is 2 yellow, 1 gold, 2 black, 1 gold, 2 yellow. Once you've done that, it looks slightly better, but it still looks a bit goofy and looks a bit like a seal. But we'll change that later on in the video by adding the ears and adding a few more details. For now, what we're going to do is move on to the right side of the head. Again, if you need to, feel free to pause here. It's an 8x8 square, minus these 2 blocks either side and then 2 blocks there. And then with this 2x8, I guess 3D effect like so. Okay, so that's the front of the face. Let's move on to the right side. So for the right side, what we're going to do is place 1 black here next to that white wall there. And then what we're going to do is place 2 white wool right there. So we leave a 2 block gap where this white and black is. Then we place 2 white there. And then we place 4 yellow. The next row, we're going to place 1 yellow. Then we place 3 indented black, 2, 3, like so. And then on the far side, we place 1 up like that. Then on here, we place 3 yellow. Next row, we place 3 yellow. Then leave a gap, 3 yellow. And then the next row, we place solid yellow. Whoops. Awful block placement. There we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is come to here. So come to the top of this indent here, and we're going to go to side 1 and then this block here. So it should be 1 from the edge, and the 4th block up, we're going to punch that one out and punch one above it out, and we're going to indent 2 black wool there like so. And then for the final one, what we're going to do is go to this row here, so the one above the nose, and we're going to punch them 2 blocks out. And then we're going to place 2 there, and then up 1 on the left. Okay, now what we're going to do is fill the rest in with yellow wool up until the top. And the top is just here basically. And then once you've done that, you have an 8x8 square, if you ignore them blocks there. And it should look like this. The one thing we're going to do now is add the little cutout section of his head. So that will take a second to do. So what we do is go from the front of the face, we count 3 in, and on the 4th one we punch out 2, next row we punch out 3, 2, and then 2. What we're going to do here is we need our magenta wool. On the bottom one, we're going to indent 1 magenta. Above that we place 1 magenta stained clay, and we go to the left one using stained clay, to the right one with wool, and then to the right one with stained clay. Once you've done that, that is the side of the head complete. Ignore them 4 blocks there. We'll get back to that later on in the video when we are working on the top. Okay, so feel free to pause here. We're going to work on the other side now. Okay, so coming around to the left side, what we're going to do is leave these 2 blocks here. Of course, we're going to place 1 black there like the other side, and then place 2 white like the other side. We're going to place 4 yellow there. And then what we're going to do is fill the rest in to the top. I said on the other side where the indents were first. I'm just going to fill it in this time and show you where the indents are afterwards. So once you've done that, you'll have an 8x8 yellow square like this, minus them blocks there and minus them. And what we're going to do now is start punching out the indents. I guess it's probably easier if we do it this way, I've just figured. So these 2 white blocks, we place 3 there, punch up 1, then we're going to go up diagonal to the right twice, up 1 and to the left. We're then going to leave 1 block and then punch that one out, go down diagonal to the left, and then down 2, and then the 3rd block, punch that one out. That is all we need to punch out. Of course, you can just pause, that would probably make your life a lot easier. So for this first section here, this little right angled area, we're going to fill in with black indented. For this one here, we're also going to indent it using black wool. Same for these 2 up the top, like so. Different for these 4 here. So for these 4, what we're going to do is use magenta wool for the bottom one, like so. This one here is also magenta, and the top corner one is, and then the one, as you can see, that's left, the right angle one, as I call it, is magenta stained clay. We're then going to punch these 2 yellow blocks out, like so, and place 2 yellow stained clay. With the yellow stained clay, we're then going to place 2 here, so we're adding 3D effects, and then go out diagonal, so we go to the front and then go out diagonal like so. It should look like this from the front, or from the side it should look like that. Again, feel free to pause here. The yellow is 8x8 minus them 2 blocks and minus them 2 blocks. Okay, so again, feel free to pause here. I'm going to move on and keep a nice pace. Coming around to the back of the head, we're going to do the exact same. We're just going to fill it in an 8x8 of yellow wool. and then we'll punch out the details afterwards, because that seems to be the easier thing to do, or the easier way to do things, should I say. There we go, so that is the back of the head. What we're then going to do is come to the bottom right corner and go up diagonal 1, punch that one out, to side 1, up 1 to side 1. And what we're going to do is go up diagonal, we're going to go up 1, and then from there to side 1, or down diagonal, sorry, like so. For the final part of the top of the head, or the back of the head should I say, we're going to go up to the top corner and punch that one out. We're then going to go down 1, and from the original point we're going to go to the left one, like so, and make a right angle there. We're then going to, of course, indent them using the black wool, like so. Shouldn't take a second. And yeah, that's what the back of the head should look like. That's an 8x8, of course, as you can see. All we've got left to do now is the top of the head. I'll just go around the side one last time, just so you can see if you need to do so. There's the front. Okay, so for the top of the head, what we do, as you can see, this is what it should look like. We are going to build around this section here. So just completely ignore that, build around it, and fill the rest in with yellow wool. Like so. So this whole part is solid, apart from this part. So we come around to here, and what we do, on top of this magenta here, we place a yellow wool. We punch that one out, and punch that one out, but we've already done it. It's raining, that kind of sucks. So what we do, is we're going to do this quickly. We're going to place one there, like so, and right here, what we're going to do is get our magenta wool and place it right there. This is awful explanation, the rain is distracting me so bad. But yeah, that's what it should look like. From a top perspective, it should look like this. Again, apologies for the rain. Final thing we need to do, which is why I'm not cutting the video anymore, is we're going to leave a 1 block gap. We go to the front, leave a 1 block gap, and build up 1, 2, 3. Like so. We go to the side twice, and then link it back to the bottom, and punch out both top corners. Place 2 gold blocks in the middle, like so. For the other side, we're going to go 1 in, build up 1, 2, 3, to side 2, down 2, 2 gold blocks in the middle. We're not going to punch out the corner blocks. What we're then going to do is go up diagonal and bring it forwards, up twice, to side twice, and then down twice. We're then going to place the 2 gold blocks in the middle, again like so. Final step for this tutorial before the rain really begins to irritate me. On the left here, what we do is place 1 red stained clay, go up 1, to side 1, and down diagonal. That is it. That is the tutorial complete. I'm sorry for the very distracting rain at the end, but I'm really running out of time to record this video. So that is the head complete. That is the front of the head, as you can see. Then we've got the right side, the back, and then the left side. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, that is it. That is the statue complete. If you enjoyed it or found it at all useful, then definitely consider leaving a like and subscribing down below if you haven't already. Again, my name's been Tom from Gummy Games. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, check out the other videos on my channel for all the other characters from the Five Nights at Freddy's collection. And yeah, until next time, I've been Tom, and goodbye.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart and watch it burn. Tear me apart and watch it burn. All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.